Oh, okay, so it's a long story, but it's kind of a fun one. So we just got pulled to another lot because we couldn't work on it in that lot because it had to be locked and the guy had to get going. But the guy was super cool. He pulled us to this county fair or something parking lot.
He pulled us to an area that he said we could work on it.
Yeah, and
If another cop comes, we give him his name and they're supposed to leave us alone.
yeah. So we're at the pivotal point. Tom is handing off the cheapest eBay turbo. Oh, it was from China.
Yeah, we have both standards.
We are bolting a turbo on in a parking lot, so yeah. Yeah.
Rolling, yeah.
Try it again.
We were about ready to give up. We were going to throw this on the trailer.
Well, there's good news and bad news. You guys want to hear the good news or the bad news first?
Can we make predictions?
Well, we can do that too. Here was the bad news. We're leaving late, but you're used to single guy time. Single self-employed, work all the time. We're getting on the road like 3 hours later than I thought we were gonna. But the good news is we're like 6 hours earlier than when we left to go to Rado or go get Rado. Because that we were trying to leave at like 5, 6 o'clock at night and then got on the road at like 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning. And then woke up in a truck stop in Iowa wondering if their coffee's any good. You ever wake up at a truck stop randomly in Iowa and wonder, I wonder if their coffee's any good? Okay.
Let's make it past Iowa tonight.
Oh, I was just kind of planning on keep going. It's only 12 hours, right?
Right.
That's, you know.
Yeah, and it's only my bedtime, so why not?
Yeah, you can sleep. I'll drive. Like, I'm good till about 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning, I bet.
That's when I get up. So
Yeah, see, we got this down. Yeah, no, honestly, like, this is where the night owl thing comes in great, because it's like, I love just seeing nothing but yard lights and what city lights, and like, whenever I see the sun coming up from the east and I've been up all night, I'm like, yes, all right, cool, life's good.
Oh, so we're working on the truck tomorrow while he sleeps?
So we are just getting on the road to our Oklahoma adventure. Now, we've been planning this since like October when I bought it, and November we're trying to go and the weather went to crap. December we were trying to go and the weather went to crap. January we were trying to go and the weather turned to crap. But now we just got to push through because I don't think the bank's going to give me any more lenience on like come and pick it up. Like they started texting me way more often about like, hey, when are you coming to get this? They're very pleasant about it. I think we better not push it any farther.
Yep.
Do we come back with a Dodge on a trailer or do we come back with a Dodge driving behind the Ford? Or in
Well,
front?
that depends if there's a transmission in it when we get there.
Okay, we know they hooked a boost pack up and turned the motor over, but they didn't say if that was connected to anything else.
I'm sure it'll be there. It'll be fine. How many miles are on it?
300-some thousand.
Perfect. Just broke it. All right, ready to go?
Yeah. This somehow is very fitting for my year road trip.
Yeah.
It's weird it's this foggy for this being this cold. That and then I ordered new windshield wipers. Yeah, they didn't show up. And yeah, we might just see what the truck stop has at some point. All right, we got our first diesel stop, and one thing you try to plan for everything, but you realize you can never be 100% prepared. One thing we found out that sucked, our windshield wipers. Yeah, so truck stop specials.
Yep.
You know what actually causes this, don't you? Like, these were actually probably not horrible wipers, and then when they're froze down and then just trying to break them loose, usually is what tears them loose in this cold weather.
Yeah.
We were just commenting though on how Like the plastic you don't want to break in cold weather really does break. And then the plastic you really could care less if it broke and would break and then come off easier doesn't.
Yep.
Okay, I got one though. 50-50 on the night.
Yeah. At least you got the important side.
Yeah, yeah.
If anything.
Oh my gosh. Wait, oh, cool, got it. All right. It's like 15 degrees, so judge me later.
It seems a lot colder here.
Actually, I'm impressed. We got him. Haha, we got it.
Cool.
Not as terrible as the guys would think.
Yep.
But it is cold. LEDs are awesome, except for when they freeze. Your incandescents actually build enough heat. If you notice, the regular old halogen lights aren't froze over. These are actually froze over, and I got a bunch of the frost off of them. But these will still produce enough heat to thaw them. The LEDs, no. But I think for the most part, doing a little bit of windshield washer fluid. So we got them cleared off. It is cold, but yeah, not terrible.
Yep.
All right, if that's as bad as it gets, we can handle that. Well, it is 5:46 in the morning and we're at a truck stop. And 3/4 of the way there. We got 4 more hours to go and everything's running good and just happy. I also like when I'm at a truck stop, like hearing all the diesel motors sit here. Brings me back to many memories as a kid. My grandpa had a trucking company, and so got many hours of life at truck stops. Good and bad. Good and bad. So not Minnesota. So awesome. So wonderful. I know. So yesterday was so great because it was like 28 degrees and beautiful and snowy and up in Minnesota, and now we're in Oklahoma, and oh, this is nice. This is nice. Well, I am bouncing around in the back seat of the quad cab here, and we're about a half hour, or about 30 miles away from laying eyes on the pickup for the first time. And we've had many jokes about what's there and what's not there. We still like the idea of trying to bolt the cheapest eBay turbo I can find on, and we're gonna see if they let us do that. But I don't know, every mile we get closer, I get more excited, and I've been waiting on this since October. Again, going back to the bank, losing a little bit of patience with me, but that's okay. They haven't fined me yet or charged me more money for it sitting there. But yeah, I am just getting more and more excited. And I've never been to this part of Oklahoma, but it is pretty.
I see it.
Southwest 3rd Street.
Oh, dude, that already looks good.
I'm just gonna pull off to the side here because it doesn't look like we got a lot of room.
Nope.
I have a feeling that he's gonna drive a Dodge.
I think so. Yeah, it does look good. Sits up high.
It looks good outside of what doesn't look good.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so it's a long story, but it's kind of a fun one. So we just got pulled to another lot because we couldn't work on it in that lot because it had to be locked and the guy had to get going. But the guy was super cool. He pulled us to this county fair or something parking lot.
He pulled us to an area that he said we could work on it.
Yeah, and
If another cop comes, we give him his name and they're supposed to leave us alone.
yeah. Oklahoma people are awesome. Well, anyways, we just got here. It's been like a half hour here of just getting it pulled here and everything. But I haven't had a whole lot of time to look at the truck. But what I have been able to look at, it looks pretty solid. So we're going to try bolting on the turbo. Adam's already going after that. Like, if you notice, I'm holding a camera. He's actually working. Usually he's holding his phone and I'm the one working. So nice trade-off. Thank you.
How about that one?
Well, we haven't heard the Old Spice ring yet.
It's because they haven't turned on.
Do you? But back to the most important thing. The truck so far looks awesome. This is my Christmas present to me.
Right. So you bought this on auction, sight unseen.
Yep.
This is the first time seeing it.
Absolutely.
You diagnosed the parts it needed from pictures, and it looks like you did a pretty good job.
We're hoping we make it run, and we hope we can drive it across state lines.
Like many states.
We're hoping. When he was pulling me, there was kind of a weird vibration, so I'm gonna check drive shafts and U-joints and stuff like that. But it.
Oh,
No.
actually, the chain was rubbing the inside of the tire.
Maybe that's what it was. Okay.
So I did see that when you rolled out of the parking lot with it.
Heck yeah. So we got batteries, we got exhaust manifold, we got turbo, we got oil line, we have oil filters, we have alternator, we have alternator bracket. Thank you, eBay. We have serpentine belt. We should have.
We have a whole lot of optimism.
Yeah, we have that too. We also have credit cards that Eric paid off. So trust me. One, if I can run a business on it, I can go to Napa and buy a lot of parts. That was a cool thing, end of the year. Pay all the credit cards off. Sweet.
And it's in the mid-50s and sunny.
Yeah, we're not pushing snow. And the funniest thing about this, because the guy even commented on it, the block plug-in still has the factory cap on it. And I'm like, I don't think that's ever been plugged in. He's like, yeah, most people around here don't got to plug in their diesels. And I'm like, we have generators that we bring to the job site to plug stuff in overnight so they start. But back to the truck, because that's more important. So far, it has not been a letdown. So yeah, I'm excited. Everything looks pretty dang cool. And oh, this is cool. So we're going to work on this, see if we can't get it running.
So the question is, we're fairly confident this is going to get running, but when it gets running, will you have AC?
I don't know because there's no buttons to put the window down.
Oh.
So I think either way I'm screwed.
Oh.
That's okay. We'll figure it out. Like, we're going back to Minnesota. It's cold there.
Yeah.
We're more worried that we have heat. Just because we didn't want our other Dodge at home, our 12 valve, to feel left out, we robbed its air cleaner because I couldn't find one and I didn't have time to track one down. And so we just robbed it out of that. So we brought a lot of parts from Minnesota and from other trucks down here to get this thing running. So we're hoping it all pays off.
Adam, here's your white glove.
Dude, wasn't that cool? Like, it came with white gloves. And oil.
And thanks to eBay Motors and some random reseller.
Hey, that is the cheapest eBay turbo with the exhaust flange. So we're at the pivotal point. Tom is handing off the cheapest eBay turbo on the.
How much? Tell him how
It was like a whopping $219. Now the irony with all this, so with this truck, I knew we were gonna have some money coming down, and I'm still, like everyone, doing stuff on a budget. And so
I knew I was gonna have money coming down to get this, pick it up, blah, 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 not to mention purchase it. So the whole thought with buying the cheapest eBay turbo is, okay, if the motor lets go or something bad happens, I don't got a whole lot of money wrapped up in it. In my phone, I got a couple different companies that build turbos, rebuild turbos, etc. And so they would be cringing at me about putting the cheapest turbo on I could find. The whole premise here is just doing everything on a budget and trying to get it running and see if we can't get back to Minnesota with it running. It's not gonna matter.
We only need one of these, right?
Yep. One was the exhaust and then one was the turbo.
Oh no, we need that one because there's the lighter. Oh no, it doesn't matter.
Yep. I've seen it before on other things. Because the turbo flange is a wide open, right?
Yeah, what side does the dimple need to go, up or down?
Doesn't matter. You can kind of look in the old one, see if you can match it up, but if not, it don't. All that's there is so it crushes so it doesn't leak.
So there's two stuff there.
But yeah, we're literally bolting on the cheapest eBay turbo I could find with the exhaust flange, just to see if we can't make this thing run. And the motor's still a mystery. We don't know anything about this truck. We don't know if it shifts. We're taking everyone's word for it, and that we can get it running, and that it was a good running truck with just parts robbed off of it. But it's kind of at that crucial point of fun and excitement and a little bit of exhilaration all at the same time. I'll let them keep arguing. It's kind of funny. Adam really likes this truck. I can tell how he's like all into working on it. So let him do his thing, and then I'll just keep walking around going, yes, we're here, and I got it. Oh, it was from China.
Yeah, we have both standards, so it should work.
We are bolting a turbo on in a parking lot, so yeah.
We roll like that.
Yep. Yeah. This is probably not coming certified, but that's okay. Hopefully they're just laughing at us, and hopefully we just make it run. That's all we care about.
Yep.
Heck yeah.
You don't want any thread seal or anything?
I don't think we have any thread sealing. If it leaks, we can get thread sealant.
They have
Oh, okay. Yep, that's what seals it. So far we've been doing really, really good. We haven't made a parts run yet. And we're getting down there. We got the turbo bolted down. We're just doing the oil line now, and we're getting there. So far, we're guessing right.
Your Cummins will have power.
We're just hoping it runs.
Oh, it'll run. And it'll whistle real loud.
Even if it wasn't meant to be.
You'll make some noise, that's for sure.
So far we're doing really, really good. The
Yeah, we are. This is just the one nut that's impossible to get to.
might have to get to a wrench.
Outside.
All right. Well, if that's what Adam doesn't realize is like I've had such crappier days in life that this is a walk in the park. It's not 40 below. It's not snowing. And we're working on a 24 valve that's hopefully going to run. But in desperation, the people who stole a whole bunch of parts off this truck actually cut the serpentine belt, which is no big deal. We got another one. And then the other thing we got the alternator bracket off eBay. And as soon as Adam finishes getting the turbo on, we can get the downpipe also off eBay put on. So we're closing in. Hopefully in a little bit, we hear this thing run.
Yeah.
He's so optimistic in the morning.
So where does the thing go? Oh, I see that. Is there a gasket?
Yep.
We are trying to figure out how to get the horns off. We think it's the anti-theft system, but we don't know why.
Yeah, a disconnect between the PCM and all that stuff.
Which could be a 2-minute fix.
Could be a 2-day fix.
Could be a 2-day fix.